Inbound to Perkins. He'll work around the left-hand side. Now back into Deemer. Given to Perkins, he goes back to Deemer on pick and roll, up and under, no good, throws it over the backboard.
Yeah, Deemer was expecting a little contact there, didn't quite get it, and just too strong, you know, he was trying to throw the ball up, expecting contact, no one touches him, and he just heaves it over the backboard.
Nate Jones leads all scorers in this one for the Co-Hawks with 8 points. As Co leads this one 16-9 as the Knights try to keep pace.
I think something Wartburg needs to do is get Mitch Murphy back in the game. You know, when he sits for extended periods of time, that seems to be when their offense slows down.
Stanford on the wing. Backed into Vanderhaar. Back to Stanford. He looks to turn around the corner. Into Deemer. A lot of contact. No good. Offensive board for Stanford. Kicks it out for Mataloni. Tries to go into the post. We're going to have a foul called, presumably on Eddie Deemer.
You know, before he got that foul, that was a great defensive stand from Deemer. You know, Co beat Wartburg off the dribble, and Deemer came over, and he didn't just stand there. He jumped, but straight up in the air, put his arms straight up, and the ref can't call a foul when you're straight up. You're entitled to the space directly above you, and Deemer knows that, does a good job preventing the easy layup.
Inbound to Garrett Cross. Swings it over to the corner, now out top for Stanford. Kicks it over to Mataloni, looking for the entry pass. Now they're going to go outside for Cross. Kicks it over, Mataloni, three-point bucket, and he buries it with a hand in his face.
Good ball movement from Co. Wartburg's kind of running a 3-2 zone, looking to get more defenders out on the perimeter, and it doesn't matter because Co just skips it across, and then another extra pass to Mataloni who knocks down a shot.
Co increases their lead to 10-19. Kick it to Crawford on the corner. He's got the responsive three, and it's back to 7.
That's what Wartburg's looking for. I know there are guys, he doesn't have the best percentage on the team, but if I think Wartburg needed a 3 late in the ballgame, I think they'd want Drew Crawford taking it.
11:40 left to play in the first half as the Co-Hawks go down into the short corner. Back in for Light. He tries to go up, and we're going to have a offensive foul call, a hooking, as he tried to make his move across the lane.
Yeah, he tried to make kind of a swing move on Eddie Deemer as he tried to get past him, and good job by Deemer to stand his ground and not give that up.
Sathoff and Murphy will re-enter as Kramer and Deemer will head to the bench.
And Deemer comes out, but really played some good minutes. He's given Wartburg quality minutes. I don't think he scored down there, but rebounding strong and forcing Co to take tough shots.
Perkins tries to get the inbound entry pass to Sathoff, barely does. Now to Murphy. Wheels and deals down the lane, tipped away, staying with the Knights.
I'm surprised we didn't get a foul there on Mitch Murphy. It looked like he intended to go up with a shot and just kind of took one across the chin. Maybe that was just inadvertent, though, and Wartburg keeps the ball anyway.
11:14 left to play in the first half. Taylor Jacobs-Meyer down, inbounding underneath his own basket to Murphy. Stops and pops from 16, no good. Rebounded by Seth Light. Gives it up for Mataloni, the point guard, and he'll restart the offense. To Gaster, looks to make his move. Gives it up to Cross. Down along the baseline, loses control, that's a turnover.
Yeah, Thomas Perkins didn't even hit that ball. It looked like he just lost control of his dribble as he tried to beat him, and that's still good defense from Perkins. He's not a very big guy, but he's a strong defender. He's so quick, and he stands his ground, really aggressive.
Murphy to Crawford, now to Perkins. Looks to make his move, good three-point shooter. Now to Sathoff. To Murphy, the point guard, behind the back. Now to Jacobs-Meyer, 10:35 left to play in the half. To Sathoff for 3, still no good, and he's scoreless.
Co's done a good job of taking away the inside looks for Sathoff, and he hasn't been able to make him pay from the three-point arc.
10.5 left to play in the first half. They go down underneath for Light. Backed up against Sathoff, and a three-point play the old-fashioned way as he goes to the line. Sathoff, hooping the harm.
Yeah, Sathoff, not great defense from there. He either needs to decide to foul him and force the free throws or give up the shot, and you can't quite do the in-between because that's what gives them the three-point opportunity.
Lenore will check back in for the Knights as Thomas Perkins heads to the bench. A couple new Co-Hawks check in as well. Nate Jones will check back in. Up and good with the second free throw. As Mitch Murphy walks it up, 10:15 left to play in the first half. Knights down 10. Out to Crawford. Looks to make his move. Dumps down to the post to Sathoff. Nice, easy left-handed move for the big man.
That's what Wartburg's looking for. Good ball movement and finds Sathoff one-on-one in the post.
Now Co pushes it back up the floor hard to Light. Now kicking out around the horn. Back to Mataloni. Back near side to Gaster. To Mataloni, 3 ball. No good, rimmed out. Oh, he gets the lucky roll. I spoke too soon. Full time. Go ahead.
It's a back screen set by Coe there, and Taylor Jacobsmeyer, who was defending Mataloni, just lost him for a split second, and that's enough when they get the lucky roll. You know, Coe's shooting well to begin this game. We don't expect a whole lot else, but Mataloni, not a guy known as a three-point shooter, knocking a couple down.
9:46 on the clock. Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside. 25-14 Cohawks on Wartburg Television.
Mom! Mom!
What?
You can't find Ichabod.
What?
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who would love to put up with you.
Listen up, energy hogs. Get in there and waste some energy.
There's no insulation, boss. It's hog heaven.
Time to tan.
Keep wasting. They'll never know what hit them.
What the? Boss, they're home, and they've got energy-efficient bulbs. Ah!
You've got the power to get rid of energy hogs. You can add insulation and lots of other things. Get the tips you need at energyhog.org and play fun games, too. Get the energy hogs out of your home.
Hey, wait for me!
Welcome back to Levick Arena, where the Cohawks lead 25-14 over the Knights here with 9:46 left to play in the first half. But like you said at the break, Kyle, it's almost like Co is getting lucky.
Yeah, it seems like they've had a couple fluke plays go their way. You know, they're knocking down threes, which is something they're a good three-point shooting team. You don't expect anything else, but maybe knocking down shots at even a greater regularity than normal.
Try to feed it into Sadhoff underneath, does the Knights. That one's going to be tipped away. Turnover back to the Cohawks. Jones comes up with a loose ball. Kick it over to Mataloni, the point guard. Kicks it over to Gaster. Normally plays on the inside, now back to Mataloni. Looks to beat him around with the left hand. Now back to Seide. Good move underneath the Light. He got position. He goes up and good for an easy two.
That's a great move by Seth Light to get the post position on Jordan Sadhoff. And Sadhoff needs to stand his ground in the post a little more. I know he's more of an offensive player, but he can't give up easy layups like that.
Crawford had the easy three, pass it up to Flanor. He tries to go baseline. That one's going to be stripped away by Mataloni. He picks it up, but they're going to say his toes on the end line. That'll stay with the Knights.
It was a great move by Flanor. Really just schooled Mataloni with a quick head fake. Blows by him, but Mataloni just quick hands, sneaks the hand in there, knocks the ball out of bounds.
27-14 in favor of the Cohawks as they extend to a 13-point lead with just under 9 minutes left to play in the first half. Seide underneath his own basket, inbounds to Sadhoff, 21 to shoot. Now to Crawford, along the sideline. Now to Murphy. He'll try to make a move with the left and he'll travel. Took it up above his head and drug the back foot.
You know, he couldn't quite decide whether to shoot or pass or what exactly to do with the ball, and had his momentum moving just a little bit too fast, couldn't stop it in time.
David Mataloni and Nate Jones lead all scorers with 8 apiece. Leader for Wartburg right now is Drew Crawford with 5, and I can tell you right now that Wartburg is getting taken to school along the boards. Mataloni tries to get into the corner. He's going to be trapped. We're going to have a jump ball called. Good defense by the Knights, but I'll stay with the Cohawks.
It's great defense by Seide as he forces Mataloni into a position he doesn't want to be. You know, he knows Mataloni is going to drive, and Seide's trying to cut him off at that exact moment where Wartburg can send a double team, and he's doing a good job of that so far.
8:37 left to play in the first half. Nate Jones on the inbound into Mataloni. Now back along the far side to work. Over to Mataloni, 18 to shoot. Long three by Worth, no good. Into the hands of Sadhoff. Murphy wants to run, pushes, crosses over into the lane against 4 Cohawks, unsuccessful. Sadhoff tried to get the tip with the right hand, that's no good. And the Cohawks got the basketball again, looking to extend their lead.
Murphy normally good at deciding when to push and when to pull it out. That time, though, he makes the wrong decision. Should have pulled it out.
Bad pass by Mataloni, that's going to go out of bounds. Knights get lucky. And they'll get possession back as Garrett Cross checks into the game for the Cohawks.
And what Wartburg has to do is start taking advantage of some of these turnovers. You know, they're not playing terrible defense. I don't know if Mataloni scored with Seide guarding him. Seide's doing a great job, but they've got to take advantage of some of these turnovers. Haven't been very successful on the offensive end.
Murphy gives it up for Sadhoff. Just under 8 minutes left to play in the first half. To Flinor, back to Seide, working into Crawford. He'll look to make his move. Drop step right hand, no good. Bricks it into the hands of Seth Light.
I'm surprised to see Wartburg posting up Drew Crawford with a much larger Kevin Gaster guarding him.
Now back to the near side for Garrett Cross. He'll work it out to the top of the key for Gaster. Now they'll dump it in for Light. Cross-court pass. Cross looks to make his move. Up with the crazy right hand and gets it to fall. Up for a 15-point lead for the Cohawks. Lenore back to Murphy. Knights have to gotta find a way to put a stop to this run, and fouls won't hurt as the Cohawks commit off the ball foul.
Still, just 3 team fouls on Co. They've done a good job of playing good defense while at the same time keeping their hands off, keeping their guy in front of them, feet moving, not allowing Wartburg to just blow past and get easy reach-in fouls.
Jordan Moore will check in for the first time for the Knights. His first minutes, and Tanner Kramer will also check in, as does Thomas Perkins, trying to get a little bit smaller set out there. Perkins underneath his own basket into Kramer. Doubled, back to Crawford. 7 minutes left to play in the first half. Out to Thomas Perkins. He'll try to get into more. That's going to be tipped away. 22 seconds left to shoot.
Yeah, Perkins really looking to post up Jake Rainey down there for Co, and he's got some size on him, and Perkins has got a guy who's big, but has got some quick post moves as well.
Into Moore, no good, and a foul called on Kirk Seide on the rebounding possession.
Yeah, it looks like he pushed Kevin Gaster going for that rebound.
Taylor Jacobs-Meyer will now check in as Kirk Seide will head to the bench.
Now it looks like Kirk Seide is going to stay in, and Crawford heads to the bench instead.
29-14 in favor of the Cohawks. Not much good effort being put in by the Knights now on either end of the floor.
No, they really haven't. Their defense has been okay in spurts. You know, they're forcing Co to run the shot clock down a ways, but then Co just knocks down a three-pointer.
Mataloni kicks it over to Jones. Now back to the top of the key for the newly entered Michael Fultz. He'll go to the baseline for Mataloni. Leaner got it.
Great play by Mataloni and good body control. You know, it's easy on those leaners to get out of control and throw up a wild shot. That's what we've seen him be so good at this season, is keeping his body under control to knock down runners.
Tanner Kramer draws the foul. I believe that one's going to be called on Toll, his first. No, excuse me, that one's actually going to be called on Mataloni, his second foul. Andrew Worth checks back in as Mataloni will earn some time on the bench. Inbound to Kramer to Seide. Kramer looks to turn the corner back. Give and go to Seide. No good. Gotta hit the easy ones. Cohawks with the rebound. 6:21 left to play in the first half. Into the quarter for Worth. Now back outside. Three-pointer opportunity. That's good for Andrew Worth, the sophomore out of Cedar Falls.
Suddenly we've got a blowout on our hands as Co leads by 20, and it seems like a quiet lead. You know, you look up and Co's up by 5 more points.
Seide into the post. He's going to be fouled as Sean Pritz gets him across the arm.
Yeah, I got him with the reach-in foul as Seide tried to make the pass out to Tanner Kramer. And Seide is a guy who needs to step up right now on the offensive end. Not a guy who's a traditional scorer, but with his team falling behind by a lot early, is a guy who's got to step up his game as a senior.
Lenore checks in as Jacobs-Meyer will head to the Pine. Kramer turns the corner, gets it into Jordan Moore. He drops steps right hand, no good. Rebounded by Jake Rainey.
And Wartburg just can't buy a bucket right now. They're getting decent looks at the basket and can't get anything to go down.
Fritz crosses over along the top of the key, give it up for Garrett Cross. Back to Fritz, into the post. And an easy bucket for Jake Rainey as the Cohawks go up by 22 points. Just 5.5 minutes left in the first half.
You know, that's been the difference. Co knocks down those shots. Wartburg and Co just had literally identical looks at the basket with Jordan Moore and Jake Rainey. Jake Rainey for Co knocks his down, Jordan Moore misses, and that's been the difference.
Timeout on the floor taken by Coach Paith. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're watching Wartburg basketball on WTVA.